Bro, where's Vanessa?
Where's Vanessa?
Yeah.
No, she's waiting for the roll call.
Well, I'm David KapusciCars.
And I'm Nick Scarpinato. This is episode 27 of the Too Bad We Didn't Get Into Cars podcast. We've already introduced ourselves out of order, and so I'm introducing Vanessa in order. She is my daughter. She's my one and only child, and she is also the co-host of this podcast. Isn't that right?
But wait, there's more.
What?
I have a co-host as well.
Oh, no.
I have a co-host.
What the fuck?
I got a co-host. Hey! Hey, come here.
David's got... What?
Hey.
What?
Introducing for the first time on the Too Bad We Didn't Get the Cars podcast. This is Ziggy.
Who?
We have a dog now.
What the fuck? When?
We got a dog.
When did this happen?
3 days ago.
3 days ago?
Yeah.
And you didn't post anything to Facebook?
No, because I specifically wanted to wait to announce it on the podcast.
His name is Ziggy?
Yeah.
Hi, Ziggy. What's up, baby boy?
He doesn't really know his name yet, but we're working on it.
That's okay. Okay, well, he probably shit himself pretty recently.
Surprise.
If I'm being honest. Wow. Hey man, congratulations. Congrats on the new dog.
Thanks.
What?
I don't know. We just both kind of wanted a dog, so we got one.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it really is that easy, isn't it? Just to be like, yeah, I think we want a dog.
Well, the process itself is kind of a pain in the ass, but yeah, we got him.
So
He's a little psycho.
he looks like he's part Chihuahua.
Yes.
For sure. I can see it in his skull, in his cranium. And then is he part German Shepherd?
They say he's well, they actually didn't know what he is because they found him as a stray.
Yeah.
But they're guessing he's like a Whippet or a Greyhound mix.
Yeah, he looks very hyena-esque.
Yeah.
That dude's gonna go torment some lion cubs and report back to Scar in a second.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool. That is very cool. Wait, so on top of Ziggy, in like the summer, you're also gonna have your other two dogs?
Yeah, so there's gonna be 3. But my sister's
probably
gonna take one of them occasionally, so.
Okay. I was gonna say you should probably like bring Ziggy over and have him meet the other two, just so that when they come over, you know, they're not either A, humping all the time, or B, tearing each other's throats out. Also, PETA, don't boycott this episode because it's just a hypothetical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not even asking our audience members to envision that violent scenario.
Yeah, they'll be friends.
They'll be friends,
one way or
right?
another.
That's the whole point of this conversation, is to be like, oh, look at how cute he is. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, baby? All right, well, I'm coming over right now, actually.
Alrighty.
I'll be there in a second, all right?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I can't even pretend to go off stage, because there is no off stage. This is live.
All right.
Fuck it. We're doing it live.
All right, say bye, Ziggy.
Bye, Zig. Oh, he is falling asleep.
Yeah, he's tired.
Bye, Ziggy. Oh, he's had a big day. He did his first podcast episode. He got to meet new friends. So everyone listening, yeah, I realized that for listener only folks, you only heard the sound of Ziggy's collar shaking. So for all intents and purposes, there's a chance that David is making up that he got a dog, and I'm just playing along very well.
Yeah.
And he bought a dog collar.
Just like dangling it in front of the microphone.
You know, I was an actor in high school, so I have those skills.
Yeah, you played Annie or someone in Annie.
Yeah, I was little orphan Annie. My 5'11" self playing a little redheaded orphan. No, I did. I was FDR, so I was the president, and I was also in a wheelchair. Which, looking back on it now, I shouldn't brag about as much as I did before. I used to brag about it because what that meant for me was I didn't have to memorize stage directions because I had someone else pushing the wheelchair behind me, so I could just worry about memorizing my lines and stuff like that. But yeah.
Speaking of stage directions, we're watching Barry again.
You're watching Barry again?
Yeah.
So has Haley seen it or just you?
No, just me.
What does she think so far?
We're watching all the shit that's like this new seasons are coming out, so I'm trying to catch her up on stuff.
Yeah, so when the new seasons are out, you can just jump in without any questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. How does it feel going back to the beginning?
Yeah, it's still pretty good. I mean,
yeah, right?
Yeah, NoHo Hank's still a blast.
Have you gotten to the Chris episode yet?
Chris, yeah, we just finished the first season.
Ooh. Yeah, first season's really fucking good.
Yeah.
That's the one that I've seen the most, just between myself watching it and then watching it with you and then watching it with my mom. That's like 3 times. Not the whole season, but definitely parts of it. Watching it all at once. Yeah, I don't have any shows that I'm watching right now. There's a new anime mobile game. It's called Raid Shadow. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
No, it's like Eminence and Shadow, I think is what it's called. But I keep seeing ads for it on TikTok, and it's got anime girls in it, which, you know, animes tend to have.
True.
And I'm resisting the urge to download the game just because it's got anime girls in it, because that's what I did with Genshin Impact, and I played that game real hard for like 2 days, and then I realized I don't care about any of these characters. None of this means anything to me. If you're gonna have a gacha game, this goes out to all of my video game developers that are listening. I know you're out there, but if you're going to develop a gacha game where there's a system in place where you only get you have a pool of characters and there's only a chance that you get the character that you want, use a different IP. Don't try making a gacha game with characters that you made up, because no one's going to give a shit about that, right? At least I won't. And everyone in the video game industry is operating strictly to appease me, Nick Scarpinato, because I have a huge voice in this industry. I mean, listen to the podcast. You know, it's obvious. It's obvious. You know, we talked shit about multiverses one time, and now its player base is down 99%.
We did? Did we talk about that?
We never talked about multiverses. But I want to make it seem like I'm an important voice in the video game industry. So if you just play along.
Talked about it on one of the bonus episodes that are lost forever.
Yeah, that are just lost to... Dude, remember when we recorded a bonus episode on the beach?
Oh, yeah.
And then couldn't use the audio from the microphone because...
Wind.
Yeah. It was unsalvageable. Like, we literally could not use the audio because it was just so far gone. Hey, man, maybe we can do a beach episode, like, this summer. Maybe.
Gotta get some crazy wind filters.
Yeah, or maybe go on a day where it's not super windy, or maybe it's like the evening, you know? It's like we go to the beach like during the evening. Nice evening, you know. Sit in some chairs on the whatever. I don't know, man.
Oh, cool if I know. Nick, what are we talking about today?
So, we are we're bypassing the favorites list in favor of some cool new stuff that we've been up to recently, including but not limited to seeing the new MCU entry, Ant-Man and the Wasp at Quantumania, the movie that he is leading us into Phase 5 of the MCU, and we'll talk about that. We also went to go see a concert. It was a band called Early Eyes, whose album was on David's Pick Your Albums 3 video, so be sure to check that out. We'll have a little dingly hopper information sign in the YouTube version of this. And then we're going to talk about Resident Evil 8, because ever since the first episode of this podcast, we've been trying to finish Resident Evil 8, or maybe the second episode. Whatever we were talking about Lego Star Wars and Kirby, and there was a third game that you had played.
Earthbound?
Earthbound, that's right. Ever since those days, we've been trying to beat Resident Evil 8. Not because it's a difficult game, but just because us getting together and playing video games is a difficult task. So, look at us now. We're a quarter of 100 episodes in to the lifespan of this podcast, and it took us that long to finish one game.
It took you that long.
All right. Well, it's a little insulting to insult me to my face. It's a little insulting to do that, to be insulting.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's a webcam.
And it's not an insult, it's a fact. It took me a really long time to beat that game.